How to choose a good vet for your pet. Just as we look for a good pediatrician for our children, we search for a good veterinarian for our beloved pets. But what makes a good vet? Is it a beautiful and large practice with state-of-the-art equipment? Or is it the kindness of the vet and the contact with the four-legged family members? There has to be a connection that's clear. The vet must communicate well and explain each step of the treatment in detail to the owner. Veterinarian and owner must speak the same language because in veterinary medicine, the diagnosis is partly made by talking to the owner. When choosing a vet, there are a few things to consider that can make the search easier. Take a look at the website of the vet beforehand. Is it a single vet or a group practice? Does it have several specialists for certain animal species or conditions? This will help you decide if the practice is the right fit for you. Also, check out the photos of the facilities and staff. A professional and clean practice gives a sense of reliability. However, friendliness is more important. If possible, try to find a practice that isn't too far from your home. It's a lot easier to travel a couple of minutes than an hour to get to your vet. Some animals already get stressed when entering the carrier, so try to choose a practice close to home to minimize stress for your pet. It is also very important that the practice is easily accessible for people with disabilities and offers barrier-free access. In addition, find out whether there is enough parking available near the house. It is always recommended to visit the veterinary practice in advance, especially if the first visit is not to do with an emergency. Bring your healthy pet along. This allows the animal to sniff around and get used to the new environment, without any stressful procedures such as an examination or vaccination. Use this opportunity to get a feel for the atmosphere of the practice and talk to the team. A good vet loves animals and enjoys working with them. He or she is also happy to answer all your questions and explain everything you don't understand. During the initial consultation, pay attention to how the vet interacts with your pet. A good vet will always examine the animal carefully and thoroughly. If necessary, he or she will show gentle affection, but knows how to set boundaries towards animals and keep a safe distance if necessary. Does the vet talk to your pet? Some vets use kind and calm voices to put their patients at ease. Good communication between the vet and the animal is essential. This also applies to the interaction between the vet and the owner. The vet should listen carefully to your concerns and involve you in the decision-making process regarding your pet's health. A good vet does not rush the owner, but takes his time to answer questions. He explains the further procedure and asks the owner for feedback. After the examination, the vet should explain the diagnosis and the proposed treatment to the owner in detail. Ideally, the owner understands the further procedure and treatment options and agrees to them. Good veterinary care includes preventative measures. The vet should point out which vaccinations and dewormings are needed and why they are so important. It is also important to know what a good diet looks like for a specific animal species and how it prevents diseases. Therefore, the vet should also give you information about appropriate nutrition. In some cases, surgery is unavoidable. If your vet performs surgery, make sure they have the necessary training and experience. What does the vet say about aftercare? After surgery, the vet should tell you how to care for the animal after the procedure. Pain management is an important part of surgery. Good veterinary care also includes relieving pain after surgery. Therefore, ask the vet how they deal with pain therapy. It is important to understand what signs to look out for after surgery. How often is the vet available for emergencies? Emergencies can occur at any time, and it's important to have a vet who is available outside regular hours. Find out in advance whether the vet is available by phone if something urgent happens outside of office hours. Some practices also offer emergency services or have an emergency service for their patients. If the vet is unavailable during an emergency, it's best to go to a 24-hour veterinary clinic. Does the vet offer follow-up appointments? Some pets require regular checkups. Examples are puppies, kittens, senior pets, diabetic pets, or pets with a chronic illness. Find out if your vet offers follow-up appointments. Some vets call their patients a few days after surgery or an illness to see how they are doing. These appointments are very beneficial for the owner because they have the opportunity to ask any questions that may have arisen in the meantime. Regular follow-ups are also important for monitoring the health progress of pets with long-term conditions, ensuring they get the continuous care they need. What does the vet think about alternative treatments? Many pet owners are interested in alternative treatments, such as acupuncture or homeopathy. Find out in advance whether these treatments are offered or if the vet is open to such procedures. Some vets are open to integrating alternative therapies with traditional veterinary care. While others prefer to stick to more conventional methods, it's helpful to understand the vet's approach to alternative medicine, so you can make informed decisions about your pet's health. Does the vet have up-to-date equipment? Modern equipment is an important part of a good veterinary practice. It helps to diagnose and treat diseases more accurately. Make sure that your vet is up to date with modern equipment. It's also important that the vet uses the latest technology to reduce pain and discomfort for the animals. Check if the practice offers things like digital X-rays, ultrasound, or laser therapy, equipment that can enhance the care your pet receives. Is the vet experienced with your type of animal? Every animal is unique and has different needs. For example, a small dog has different needs than a Great Dane. Some vets specialize in treating certain breeds or types of animals. Find out if your vet has experience with your type of animal before your first appointment. You can find out if the vet has experience with your type of animal by looking at their website or calling the practice. You can also ask other pet owners for recommendations. They can tell you if the vet has experience with their type of animal and if they are happy with the treatment. Is the vet gentle with animals? Your vet should be gentle with animals. It's important that your vet does not cause any pain or discomfort while examining your pet. If you think that the vet is being too rough with your pet, then you should find another vet. A good vet will always try to minimize pain and discomfort for their patients. The vet should also show a lot of patience with animals that may be anxious or scared. Is the vet available at short notice? When your pet is ill or injured, you need a vet who is available at short notice. Find out if your vet offers emergency appointments or if they have an emergency service. Some vets even offer after-hours care or weekend appointments, which can be crucial if your pet experiences sudden symptoms or accidents. What are the fees at the vet? Fees are an important aspect of veterinary care. Find out in advance what the fees are at your vet. You should also ask about payment options. Some vets accept credit cards, while others only accept cash or check. Make sure that you have the financial means to cover the costs of veterinary care, especially if unexpected treatments or procedures become necessary. What do other pet owners say about the vet? Other pet owners are a great source of information. Ask your friends and neighbors for recommendations. You can also read online reviews to get an idea of other pet owners' experiences. Reviews can provide insights into both the quality of care and the overall atmosphere of the practice, which can be just as important as the medical treatment itself. Can you trust the vet? Trust is extremely important when choosing a vet. You need to feel comfortable with your vet and trust their judgment. If you don't feel comfortable with your vet, then you should find another one. Trust is especially important when your pet is undergoing a procedure or facing a serious illness. The vet should always prioritize your pet's well-being and earn your trust with every decision. Be prepared to provide information about your pet when you call the vet. The more information you can provide, the better. Be prepared to share your pet's age, breed, sex, and any relevant medical history. Be prepared to answer questions about your pet's symptoms and how they started. Also, be prepared to discuss your pet's lifestyle and diet. This information will help the vet determine what might be causing your pet's problems and what treatment options are available. If you want the best for your furry friend, you'll want to find a vet you can trust. A good vet will be able to provide your pet with the care they need to stay happy and healthy for years to come. By following these tips, you'll be able to find a vet who is right for your pet and your family. Do you have any tips for finding a good vet? Let us know in the comments below. We hope you found this article helpful, and if you did, please leave us a like. Also, don't forget to subscribe for more helpful content like this. Thanks for reading, and see you next time.